Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir Haris bin Mustafa and I'm going to be the first presenter of this presentation, which is the initiative of MARA during COVID-19. I'm gonna start with the introduction, which is the background of MARA. The Majlis Amanah Rakyat, or MARA, or People's Trust Council, is a Malaysian government agency and was formed to aid, train and guide by Bumiputra. MARA was established on 1 March 1966 under the Ministry of Rural and National Development. In 1966, MARA was created by an Act of Parliament. It was initially started as the Rural Industrial Development Authority, or RIDA, which is founded by the British colonial administration in 1951. It is to provide economic assistance and support to Malay farmers and rural people. Also, in 1966, this organisation was expanded in scope and became the Majlis Amanah Rakyat. MARA is providing loans to Bumiputra entrepreneurs. MARA also provides entrepreneurship courses, technical training, consulting and marketing assistance to Bumiputra entrepreneurs. During the 2004 general election, the Barisan Nasional Government voted that the junior colleges refer to Maktab Rendah Sains MARA, or MRSM, would be available to all. They were open with a quota of 10% of all MARA or MRSM positions allocated to non-Bumiputras. In admissions, preference is given to students from low-income families, rural areas, and those living in squatter settlements in the city. Lastly, vocational and professional colleges are also operated by MARA. So I will continue my presentation with entrepreneurship development. Entrepreneurship development is a way of improving the expertise and abilities of entrepreneurs through a wide range of educational, coaching and training programs. This process of entrepreneur development allows new companies to get better in achieving their goals to boost up their businesses and the company of the country. Other main element in the process is the enhancement of the capacity to operate, develop and create a business enterprise, taking into account the risks associated with it. Entrepreneur developments are divided into 4 sections, which are structured training programs, coaching and mentoring, advisory service, and lastly, special programs. Due to this pandemic of COVID-19 situation, several programs including entrepreneurship and educational initiative will be launched next year to ensure they are holistic and effective. Said from a MARA chairman, Dato' Aziza Muhammad Dun, which Bumiputra would benefit greatly from budget 2021, whether as an entrepreneur, as a student, or as well as from work opportunities for prospective graduates and also graduates from higher learning, including the Institutes of Technical and Vocational Education Training. Alright, next I will talk about business financing. Business finance is the raising and managing of funds by business organizations. Planning, analyze and control operations are the responsibility of the financial manager, who is generally near to the top of the company's organizational chart. In small firms, the owner or manager usually conducts the financial operations. Most of the day-to-day work, business finance, it is carried out by the lower level staff. It is because their work involves managing cash receipts and disbursement, borrowing from commercial banks on a regular and ongoing basis, Also, they have to drawing up cash budgets. There are 3 sections for business financing, which are, for the first one, contract financing, general financing for 500,000 and less, and lastly, general financing, but it is for more than 500,000. Majlis Amanah Rakyat has implemented 2 additional incentives to support Bumiputra entrepreneurs that is impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic and the Conditional Movement Control Order, or also known as MCO. Its chief, Dato Azizah Muhammad Dun, said that MARA is providing businesses empowerment financing schemes and 2 months lease exemptions for business premises. So that is all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ashraf Amran, and today I'm gonna present about the business industry and development of MARA. First, the goals of the programs are expected to have a significant effect of the MARA group of entrepreneur and educational institution. Industries such as aerospace, financial service, transport and property can help the government build job through the Jana Kerja scheme. Besides, MARA pointed out that due to COVID-19 pandemic, entrepreneurs, especially small and medium-sized business, need different types of support in order to remain competitive. Pelabuhan MARA is a financial service and asset management firm that has diligently paved the way for Bumiputra SMEs to achieve entrepreneurial success. Over the last 2 years, Pelabuhan MARA has disbursed about 100 million under the Baron program. Advanced Air Traffic System M. Sedang Berhad, or AAT, is set up as the next initiative of MARA. Next is business infrastructure development. The partnership of MARA with Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation created opportunities for policy making and preparing for the growth of technicians in Malaysia. The MARA strategic plan from 2011 till 2015 has set a target of 40,000 new entrepreneurs over the next 5 years. MARA was also able to expand funding to 8,005 business and entrepreneurs to create a total of 128 companies in the Big Groom Entrepreneur Program during the same time. The government policy that formed the basis of the implementation of the MARA Technopreneurship Program are first, National Industrial Master Plan, and second, National Science and Technology Policy, third, Bumiputra Commercial and Industrial Community Basics, and fourth is National Key Economic Areas, and fifth is Economic Transformation Plan. MARA Technopreneur Creation Pathway, which includes 9 stages, including idea generation, idea screening, concept testing, business research, prototyping, testing, marketing monitoring, and evaluation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif Shami, and today I would like to talk about initiative and strategies of education sector to overcome COVID-19. The first one is secondary education. Public secondary education in Malaysia is provided by National Secondary Schools, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan, SMK. National secondary schools use Malay as the main medium of instruction because Malay language is the national language of Malaysia, while English is a compulsory subject in all schools. Since 2003, science and mathematics have been taught in English. However, in 2009, the government decided to revert to use Malay starting in year 2012. BPM, Mara Secondary Education Division, aims to establish Maktab Rendah Sains Mara, MRSM, as an education center which cultivates excellence among students. A major emphasis is also placed on nurturing highly potential students in the fields of science and technology embedded with entrepreneurial values and traits. The establishment of MRSM is in line with the nation's aspirations to provide access to education in secondary schools in science and technology to students who have high academic and intellectual abilities to develop their potentials. MRSM vision is to become an innovative and world-class education center, and the mission is to produce holistic Bumiputra students who excel in the fields of science and technology as well as have entrepreneurial characteristics. Its objectives are to nurture our students to become exceptional individuals who excel both in academic and co-curricular activities, to continuously promote a conducive and supportive teaching and learning environment, to operate an efficient management system with integrity, and to improve our infrastructure to support a better regulated and successful operation of MRSM. Also, MRSM's objective is to provide a safe learning place from the coronavirus, and students can also focus on learning by following the SOP given by the government. For example, students must practice social distancing, wear face masks, and use hand sanitizer. This is to ensure risk of getting infected is low. Next is higher education sector. Higher education, any of various types of education given in post-secondary institutions of learning and usually affording at the end of a course of study, a named degree, diploma, or certificate of higher studies. Higher educational institutions include not only universities and colleges, but also various professional schools that provide preparations in such fields as law, theology, medicine, business, music, and art. The basic entrance requirement for most higher educational institutions is the completion of secondary education. The Higher Education Division (BPT) is responsible for planning, monitoring, and supervising activities and programs run by the Mara Educational Institutions (IPMA), which aims to develop human capital that are high-minded, skilled, and knowledgeable with an orientation towards entrepreneurship. College Professional Mara (KPM) offers diploma and semi-professional programs, while College Mara offers pre-university programs for students to further their studies locally and abroad. Its objectives are to provide opportunities to develop high-minded, skilled, and knowledge-based human capital with an orientation towards entrepreneurship, and to offer diploma, semi-professional certification, and pre-university programs. Good example of higher education in Malaysia is KPTM, formerly known as College Yayasan Pelajaran Mara. Universities in Malaysia also play their part to help flatten the curve of COVID-19 by following the SOP given by the government. If universities in Malaysia want to keep operating, they must follow and apply the SOP given by the government. For example, students that live in the red zone cannot go back to their respective campus, as it may put their campus at risk of the COVID-19 outbreak. Next, students that live in the green and yellow zone may go back to their campus if they get the permission from their campus.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Sasharhana binti Muhammad Kamil, and I'm going to continue the presentation with the next slide, where I'm going to talk about the benefits to the target group. I'm going to explain the benefits based on three sectors, as we can see from the slide, which are entrepreneurship sector, education sector, and lastly transportation sector. Firstly, I'm going to start with the entrepreneurship sector. Mara have launched an initiative to help those in need by providing them with structured training and programs to enhance their potential and skills. Also, providing business empowerment financing schemes and 2-month lease exemption for business premises. Due to an unexpected declaration, most people are not completely prepared to face this situation, thereby losing track of what they need to do and planning. Furthermore, many employees are being terminated from their job, which make them started to do business as their source of income. For the small business owners that comes from B40 categories especially, are having difficulties to restore their business. So with the knowledge, potential, and skills they are gaining, they can improve and learn to restore the business even more effectively. And moving on to the next point, for education sector, Mara are taking COVID-19 seriously by implementing precautions in handling their students and staff. Therefore, they have fulfilled the government's instructions to postpone any face-to-face registration and learning process during MCO. So, students are not allowed to return to their respective campus, especially those from red zones areas. This is to prevent the virus from spreading even more among the students and staff. However, the learning process can still be done by using the ODL method, which allowed the lecturers to work from home and where physical interaction between one another can be minimized and reduce the risk of infections. For instance, KPTM has issued new instructions and guidelines for the staff and students to follow so that the teaching and learning process can be done effectively without being affected. Thus, the KPI can also be achieved on time. Thirdly, for the transportation sector, as mentioned before, Mara has also involved in transportation sector, which played a major role in the socio-economic development of rural communities ever since 1960s. The main objective itself was to provide transport services to rural students, particularly to fill the settlers and enable indigenous communities to travel between cities. So, as these services have improved significantly, especially in the implementation of critical phases of the transport delivery system, it will help to ease these people to go and get their daily affairs done smoothly. The first few months of MCO due to COVID-19, there are fewer public transport that are available, especially in rural areas, as most people are worried to take the risk. However, Mara's public transportations are still ongoing to ease these people that in need for going to work or even to do any other essential things in their daily life. So moving on to the last slide. As for the conclusion, this task has made us realize that there are various agencies and programs in Malaysia that are trying to give their best to help those people that are badly affected due to our current situation right now regarding the COVID-19. The initiatives that have been done by Mara provide a lot of help to business development and also entrepreneurships. Today's entrepreneurship should take advantage of the opportunities provided by these agencies. These offers are also an encouragement for new entrepreneurs who want to start a business as their source of income, so that they won't easily give up. Not only focusing to entrepreneurship and businesses, Mara also provide initiatives for students and people from rural areas that are affected by this pandemic in a form of the way that they are handling both educational and transportation sectors effectively. So that's all from me and my group mates. Thank you.